What's up, it's Keith Kelfus. I want to give you a quick tip about garden bed maintenance and how you can make high profits with very low overhead. So you don't need thousands of dollars in equipment to do this. Garden bed maintenance is basically, you got these ritzy clients who are real meticulous and they want their beds, looking top notch all the time. You say, hey, we offer monthly garden maintenance to keep your garden beds looking top notch. It consists of weeding, edging, cultivating, pre-emergent weed control granule. So you're weeding out all the beds, pulling all the weeds, edging, which is going along all the natural edges if they got mulch or whatever, and you're going to be redefining the bed edges with the shovel. Cultivating is turning over all the mulch with the cultivator to make it look fresh. And then, if they want, which is an extra charge, pre-emergent weed control granule like Preen or Treflon, stops weeds before they start. It's a granule that goes on top of the mulch. When it rains, it goes down its side, and it stops weeds from germinating. So it really slows down the weed growth. Some people with animals don't like it, whatever. I charge 36 bucks for weed control granule installation. It cost me like $4 in product, and you sprinkle it all around the garden beds. Don't put it directly on plants though. I'll make a different video on that. But anyways, essentially, I got this handy pouch here with my pruners. $20 pair of pruners. You go along, and this is not shrub trimming, it's plant pruning, okay? If you do shrub trimming, then you're charging for shrub trimming on top of garden bed maintenance. So if I'm going along to this juniper, that wisteria, that miskim lilac, that viburnum, the spirea, the emerald arborvitae, or this yucca plant, I'm going to go and trim down at a 45-degree angle away from the way that the other shoots are growing, and trim that back. And the reason I'm not going to get into pruning right now, listen, I might be able to name off a bunch of fucking plants. I know very little about horticulture and arboriculture. I learn and I pick it up from other people. And I don't name off a plant if I don't really know the name of it to a customer, because some of them they'll know, and then you look like a dumbass. But I know, like, say, that's red leaf red begonias. There's green leaf red begonias and all types of fucking begonias. But listen, I know enough. I know the names of about 80 plants, okay? If I'm walking around a property with a customer, I say, yeah, the spirea needs to be trimmed here. That juniper is looking okay. Oh, I see how the vascular is going up too far in the viburnum. It makes you sound knowledgeable and educated. I don't know shit about real horticulture. I don't even know how to say the name. I just know how to sell good and act savvy like I do know. Like, I don't know how to properly I do know how to properly prove, but my point is that you don't have to be a top-notch expert with a master's degree in horticulture to make money doing it, okay? We're charging 2 guys right now $65 an hour to do garden bed maintenance. We're going around picking weeds and pruning plants, putting it in buckets and getting the fuck out. You can make $300, $400, $500 a day profit doing garden bed maintenance. I got clients we charge $350 a month to beautify their garden beds, blow down the property, and make it look nice. Now, I don't need a $10,000 lawnmower to do that, okay? It's all about the way you carry yourself, the way you sell. I'm obviously not cussing in front of my customers. I'm very professional, keep my back straight, and just really be into it. Another thing is, when I'm walking a property with a customer and I'm offering monthly garden bed maintenance or their shrubs, I'll lean over right in front of them and I'll start touching the shrub and I'll start getting all into it. And the reason I'm doing that, and I'll start touching their plants and I'll start analyzing and shit, acting like I know what the fuck I can see this one's dry. It probably has lichen's disease or infectious disease, and I can see, I'm not bullshitting them, and I'm telling the truth. If it does have lichens, which is, a fungus, which is not even a bad thing, or if it does have, an insect problem, I will point that out, not to try to scam them on anything, but just to show them that I'm knowledgeable. And so when they see me touching their plants on their property and they see me getting into it, that's just my technique. It might not work for you, but then they can picture me doing their property. Now, if your customer is like, a straight up back straight businessman, I wouldn't be jumping all over his property, touching the plants and stuff, because this guy's kind of, weird. You just feel out your customer. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you know a little bit, I have a client, she's very powerful, and she's a business owner who's managed to systematize her business so she makes residual income. She taught me something amazing. She said, you don't have to know enough to be an expert. You have to know just enough to be dangerous. You have to know just enough to be dangerous. When you know just a little bit more than the other guy, because most people are fucking lazy, it puts you way up above. So, yeah, there's a tip. I hope you got something out of that. Garden bed maintenance is huge. Weed, edge, cultivate all the garden beds. Just go around, pull weeds, and make money. It's simple. So, and I learned that when I worked in the last huge company I worked at before I started my business. I was like, man, I don't have 10 grand to start my own business. I don't have 10 grand to buy these big lawnmowers. I'm screwed. And I noticed I was put on a horticulture crew for about a year and a half before I learned all this shit. And I was like, wait a second. We're doing jobs at mansions, and they're multi-$1,000 jobs. And the tools that they're providing us to use the jobs are knee pads, loppers, cultivators, hand pruners, a backpack blower. I'm like, I could do this. There's no overhead. I could do this. And I literally took that information and I went out and started my own damn company. Okay? Alright, I'm getting back to work. Go apply it. Keith Kalfas out.